Hello, I am Sarah and I'm going to give an overview of the brain here. So I drew this picture of the left hemisphere of the brain. We can identify it as the left hemisphere because of the anatomical orientation. If a person were to turn sideways facing us, the view would correspond to their left hemisphere. And from looking at the brain here, we can see that it has some grooves and some bumps here. Not really good because it's not 3D. But these grooves, called sulci, and the big folds are the fissures, and they will divide the brain into different regions. I'm going to just point out some 3 important landmarks here. So the first one is the central sulcus. It's kind of right in the center here, and it separates the frontal lobe and the parietal lobe. Sorry, it's hard to point here. We also have the lateral sulcus, and that separates the temporal lobe down at the bottom here from the frontal and parietal lobes. And then lastly, we have the longitudinal fissure, which is not visible on my drawing here because that one is right here, which separates the 2 hemispheres or 2 sides of the brain into the left and right. So I already kind of mentioned some of the lobes here, but I'm going to give a little overview of their functions. So we have the frontal lobe. This one is very important because it is responsible for decision making, voluntary movement, planning, language production, self-expression, and it makes up our personality basically. And then behind that I have the parietal lobe, which processes our sensory information such as touch, pain, pressure, and spatial awareness, which helps us understand our body's position in space and our surroundings. Thirdly, I have my occipital lobe here, just at the back of the brain, and this one is dedicated to vision. It receives and interprets visual information from our eyes. And then lastly, the temporal lobe, just at the bottom below the frontal and parietal lobes. It is involved with hearing, memory, language comprehension of spoken and written language. It also deals with emotional processing and aspects of taste and sound perception. This is just a basic overview of the brain. I hope you enjoyed.